Hi, all. How you doing today? Today, I want to talk about a classroom visit I had today where I saw a great example of students helping each other to be precise, students helping each other to construct viable arguments, to kind of discuss the accuracy of different work they did. This was in a second grade classroom. I saw two students working together. Actually, I saw a number of students working together, but two particular students working together. They were both trying to measure the height of a table. And one of the students said the height was 2, the other student said the height was 26, and there was some conversation back and forth. And I heard one student talking to the other, hey, you were measuring in feet, I'm measuring in inches. You want to think about feet versus inches. And it went back and forth, and both students were being very polite to each other, but there was some really good content-based, vocabulary-based, deep understanding based conversation happening between the two students, and both students were able to have a good conversation about, is it 2 or is it 28 or 26, and what exactly is the difference between inches and feet. And the students had rulers, the wooden rulers they could use. They had a yardstick. They also had a long measuring tape. They were looking at the height of the table in a whole bunch of different ways. And the beautiful part about it is they were working together to learn from each other and work on that precision. The teacher didn't even need to be there. I happened to be sitting right next to the students, and they were having such a deep conversation. So what I continued to look at in the classroom and look around, and I saw a number of other students having the same conversation or having similar conversations. And then I looked over to the teacher table. The teacher was at a table working with some other students doing some individual things, and I saw something that I don't see every time when I'm looking at the teacher table in a classroom. I saw the teacher table had students working together in a group. There was about 6 students. Actually, there was exactly 6 students at the table. In those 6 students, she had them paired off in pairs of 2. And she said, okay, what I want you to do is I want you to work with your partner to solve this problem at my teacher table. I want you to work with your partner to solve this other problem. So she had 3 different sets of partners working together in pairs, talking to each other with sentence stems at the teacher table. And afterwards, I had a chance to debrief with the teacher and discuss how does she create such good partnerships. And she said this strategy really helped her quite well. And I have seen this strategy work quite a bit in classrooms, but not as often as we'd like to do. So if you're running small groups and if you're thinking about how do I get students to work together, think about, even in your own small group, think about, okay, how can I partner pairs together so they can learn to work in partners, so they can learn to have discussion in partners, so that when you're not there as the teacher, they will continue to work in partners, they will continue to work on precision, continue to work on constructing viable arguments in an appropriate manner, they will continue to build those strategies even in second grade.